Life before Fountainhead was pretty depressing and upsetting. I have two wonderful kids and a beautiful wife, and about 3.5 years ago I had a serious work accident and had a couple of major operations over the past couple of years on my back, and it got to the point where I was quite physically and I guess mentally impaired. I had a lot of difficulties accepting where I was and what had happened to me, and got to the point where I started to believe that I was physically impaired and wasn't going to get any better. I really needed help, but I didn't want to ask for help anymore because I'd asked for enough help through psychologists, psychiatrists, all my doctors, neurosurgeons, everyone, and you know, all of them basically would just either give me more drugs or, you know, tell me that I'm physically and mentally impaired and that I had to live and deal with it. So I locked myself in a room, I didn't know what to do, and I kept Googling depression and anxiety and so forth like that until I actually found the Fountainhead Retreat on Google, and I looked into it a little bit more, and I was very scared and optimistic about it because I was so worried about nothing working. I thought nothing could help me anymore. I thought I was just done for, and I decided to give him a call anyway. After the first few days of being there, I was so scared about not being able to complete the program and wanting to go home. But that, you know, that was the position I was in at life at the moment. I'd given up on everything, so why not give up on that? I felt after a few days of being there, the staff were able to, you know, embrace me, make me feel comfortable, help me understand that, you know, whatever I was going to get out of the program there itself, even the littlest things would help me. There's so many things that they have the answers for, but they're not like answers where they're trying to drill it into someone and drill it into their head. They're the obvious answers, you know. Why would you do something like this, and how did it end up like that? After a week you could feel a small little bit of a change, but you didn't want to accept it. After 2 weeks you could possibly see an end to the program, but after 3 weeks you started to learn the method so well and take it in so much that you start to understand what's happening in your life, and after 4 weeks you realise that you have the tools to get through anything in life. The tools they teach you stop you right there and then, and you use the 4 lenses that they teach you, whether or not, you know, you're on the right or wrong path, that, you know, you might be missing out on something, that you could have been able to do that, or, you know, I'm not worth it, and all these things, that the things that society leads you to bring you up to believe. But when you stop in the moment and put those lenses into proportion, into perspective, you realise that there's a solution for everything, and the solution is actually usually the easiest and simplest thing that you can possibly imagine. I thought when I went there that I would have been a waste of their time, a waste of their money, but you realise that everyone has depression or anxiety that can be treated, and everyone's depression or anxiety is based around the same things, which is your belief in society, and you know, they just help you unravel all that, which is really awesome. One of the biggest things they teach you, that life is never always going to be perfect. There's always going to be ups and downs. What they do is they teach you how to deal with the ups and downs, so you know, you don't fall back into the depression and the anxiety. You know, when something that does happen that used to set you off and get you depressed happens, you deal with it with all the tools they teach you, so you can actually move on or accept what's happened and grow and learn from that. My perspective on life now is basically just live every day as it comes. Every day to me now is my life's journey, and every day I can learn and grow from everything that happens, whether it be bad or good. You know, I also live by the fact that, you know, what's done is done in the past. I can't change that. If I didn't get the help I was seeking from Fountainhead, I probably wouldn't have come through. I would have lost everything. And that's quite literally, you know, my friends, my family, my kids, you name it, because I honestly believe that my life was over. And you know, when you're in that state, there's no way out unless you actually are willing to learn and get help and listen to people that have been there and done it all, that can help you understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So it was a really big step for me to take the help that they were willing to give, but I can't thank them enough. If I didn't do it, I owe my life to them. If you really want to, even just take a holiday and embrace something new, give them a go.